Hello and welcome. My name is Jade Pearson. I'm a fitness enthusiast and weightlifter. And I'm going to spend a few minutes telling you about the most drastic improvement to my fitness outcome that I've ever experienced. And I've been lifting weights for a long time. Now before I get started, let me say this. Before you begin any fitness regimen, you should get approval from your doctor beforehand. Okay, with that being said, weightlifting or weight resistance training is one of the best ways to improve overall muscle development, strength, tone, and overall fitness levels. Now we've all heard about failure and how failure can motivate us to become successful. But when it comes to fitness, failure is success. Muscle failure, that is. Muscle failure. When muscles that are engaged to the point of failure, you repeat a weight sequence until you can't lift anymore. The muscle you're trying to strengthen then fails. After which, before engagement of that muscle can continue, considerable rest must occur in between weightlifting sets. I tend to take about 30 seconds to a minute and a half between each set. You gotta let those muscles rest. So today I'm going to demonstrate muscle failure in 3 set phases. On my first set, it's going to be a warm-up set. I use a very light weight, just the bar by itself, 45 pounds. On the second set, I go moderately heavy. I'm gonna do 135 pounds. And the third set, I'm gonna go pretty heavy. I'm gonna do 225 pounds. On the second and third set, I'm gonna do those to failure until I just know I just can't do any more. So what is a set? A set is a repetitive exercise. For example, when working on a muscle group, I tend to do 3 sets of repetitive exercises. Some people do 2 sets, some people do 3, 4, 5. It just kind of depends on the individual and what the individual's goals are. But I think 4 to 5 sets is ideal, me personally, and I'm getting good results. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate muscle failure. I'm going to do 3 sets of bench presses. Bench presses are great exercises for targeting the chest muscles and the front part of the shoulder. It's usually like a staple exercise for chest. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate my first set with a relatively light weight to warm up the muscle. Now before I get started with my sets, I want to say this. I'm a pretty strong guy. I can lift more than the average person. So I know my limits, I know what I can do, I'm comfortable with what I can do. If you're not familiar with working out, if you don't do it on a regular basis, then don't push yourself, don't overexert yourself. Make sure you have a spotter just in case you lift something that's too heavy. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate my first set, which is my warm-up set. And the purpose of this first set, like I said, is to warm up. You want to warm the muscles up. I like to also kind of focus on my breathing and my lifting technique. So I'm going to do 10 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to get a good stretch to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. That's a good way to get your muscles warmed up and prepped for the heavier weights. Okay, so let's go to the second set. And like I said, in the second set, I'm going to do a moderately heavy weight, which is 135. And this is when we start doing the exercise to failure. So I'm going to do this exercise until I feel as though I can't do another rep. Okay, it's been about 30 seconds, so I think I'm ready for my next set. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, the whole point of this is to work out until your muscles fail you. All right. See, I stopped at the point where I knew that my next repetition would be extremely hard to get up or I couldn't get it up at all. So now on to the third set, and this is going to be a much heavier weight. This is going to be 225 pounds. right. Take a few breaths to get my rest in, which I said was important. Okay, I feel good now. Let's get started. Now I'm gonna do this till I feel as though I can't do another repetition by myself, which is failure. All right, muscles definitely failed. That was pretty heavy, pretty intense. Okay, so I've done my 3 sets. So let me explain exactly what failure is. Okay, so the muscles grow when they fail. According to Leanna Carpenter, Weight Watchers, when muscles are overloaded during the weightlifting, little tears are made in the muscle itself. This microtrauma may sound harmful, but it is in fact what causes the muscles to grow and develop. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. In order to produce growth, you have to apply muscle stress, more stress to your muscles than what your muscles were previously accustomed to. That is what is meant by muscle failure. So remember, muscles grow when they fail. Always remember to warm up first. On your second set, let the medium to heavy weight to failure. On your third, fourth, and fifth set, go heavier and heavier. Do each set to failure, and you'll get those muscles to grow. Thank you.